Hey, what's up, everyone? Gaming Arts One here, and today I'm going to talk briefly about Call of Duty and the possibility of us getting more Call of Duty games on Nintendo Switch later down the line within the next decade or so. It's been announced in various gaming news site that Xbox head Phil Spencer had announced that the company had entered a 10-year agreement to bring Activision's Call of Duty series to Nintendo platforms. So I'm not exactly sure if it means we're going to get more future Call of Duty games on a Switch console, or if they're going to be taking old games and, I guess, remaking or porting it to Nintendo Switch or possibly Nintendo's next-gen console. Either way, it's exciting news, except for the fact that despite how popular the Call of Duty series is, it'll most likely get overshadowed on the Switch console, mainly because, Mario and Zelda and Splatoon and just about anything else that's, a first-party Nintendo game or what have you, overshadows anything that's pretty much third-party. And I do feel that a Switch port of any Call of Duty game is one that's going to pale in comparison to anything you would see on the Xbox Series X. Now, we all know about the agreement that, or the deal that Microsoft made when they bought out Activision Blizzard, and I believe Microsoft is dealing with scrutiny from the Federal Trade Commission because I guess the idea is that whole thing is unconstitutional, and I guess it's not fair to Sony or what have you. But either way, I mean, it sounds like this whole thing is being done to, I guess, make the argument that they're not trying to make things unfair for their competition. They're not trying to make things unfair for Sony or Nintendo or what have you, but Call of Duty in the past has shined more on Sony's consoles than it ever did on any of Nintendo's consoles. And honestly, there are several Call of Duty games that we have gotten within the past couple of years that have not appeared on any Nintendo game systems, like Black Ops 4. I don't think Call of Duty World War II appeared on Nintendo Switch. Call of Duty Vanguard and Call of Duty Warzone, certain games that just never really appeared on Nintendo Switch because it's a well-known fact that Nintendo pretty much caters more to a family-friendly audience. Most of the games you get are rated E or rated T, and you don't get too many M-rated games on Nintendo-based consoles nowadays. And a lot of people do feel that, I guess, maybe having a couple of Call of Duty games on the Switch console will give Switch owners more variety, in terms of what to choose from in terms of genres. And, it's not all just kiddie stuff and what have you. But I do feel that it's something that's beneficial for Switch owners because Nintendo Switch is more affordable than the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, and having Call of Duty games on the Switch console means that more people have an opportunity to play their games. Now, don't get me wrong, the PlayStation 5 is selling out like crazy, and the Xbox Series X is doing pretty well in retail as well. But let's be honest for a second. For the most part, inflation is going up. It looks like we're about to enter another economic recession, and the cost of living is really high right now. And more people are thinking about survival than they are about buying, I guess, the PlayStation 5 or the Xbox Series X or what have you, because, gaming is too expensive because you got to pay for the console, then you got to pay for online services and DLC, and then you have games that have microtransactions in them and all that stuff, and it's just too much. It kind of just kills the whole vibe and experience in relation to gaming. But seeing more Call of Duty games on the Switch console can be a positive if this does happen and it does materialize. And I do feel that having both new Call of Duty games and some of the older ones remade or remastered or ported to the Switch console along with Nintendo's next-gen console later down the line is something that could be beneficial to many people in general.